Team Supreme. Y'all know what it is, man. Live reaction, something y'all got to deal with. Y'all know what's up. I got to make sure I look the part when we react to that boy, to that man. I ain't about to waste no time. What about us? Now, don't be confused when you see him on the video and when you look over and see me. I know we're going to look just like twins. I assure you, we are not twins. This is just how it goes sometimes. If you give them an inch, they'll take a mile.
Don't tread on me. Those are words that I stand by, homie. It doesn't mean I'm gangster, it doesn't mean I'm country. It means that my life is in my hands only. I don't have money for security, I don't have armed guards that I keep snug around me. You don't think I deserve protection like you do, and that means you don't give a fuck about me. Gated community, that's what you live in. Hatred and mutiny, that's what we live in. So come down here and hang with us for a minute. See if you leave with the same fucking opinion. Who's gonna help me out if I get robbed? What if somebody were to beat up my mother? Who's gonna be there to save our lives? You? Nah, me, motherfucker.
I should go get my shit. Now I'm in the mood. Now I'm in the mood. He can't. What? You don't see people get violent and aggressive like this when the song just first come on. You gotta just do your shit. Who gonna protect my mother? Me, motherfucker. Damn if that don't sound like me talking. Run this shit back.
Don't tread on me. Those are words that I stand by, homie. It doesn't mean I'm gangster, it doesn't mean I'm country. It means that my life is in my hands only. I don't have money for security, I don't have armed guards that I keep snug around me. You don't think I deserve protection like you do, and that means you don't give a fuck about me. Gated community, that's
what you live in.
Hatred and mutiny,
that's what we live in.
So come down here and hang with us for a minute. See if you leave with the same fucking opinion. Who's gonna help me out if I get robbed? What if somebody were to beat up my mother? Who's gonna be there to save our lives? You? Nah.
Me, motherfucker.
I'm the only one that's got my back. It's dog eat dog, these are not no cats. There's cops in Michigan that can't even respond to their calls because their cars ain't got no gas.
Hey.
Police don't have any fuel, you don't know if they'll arrive when you call them. The babies are starving, my girlfriend can't find a tampon, and yet somehow you and I are the problem. I've never bought a gun without having my background scanned and approved. The only loophole I've seen on a gun is the one that you put a fucking lanyard through. It's not true that you can...
The only loop. I ain't gonna lie though, I bought a few guns that wasn't, you know, I didn't have to run a couple background checks and shit like that. But yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's just like the way Samson like break that, like the way he attacks the issues that he speaks about is so different from everybody else. Like far as musically, it's so different. Like I don't know, bro. I fuck with him, man. That dude is fire, bro. His beats be fire. What I tell y'all when you know somebody gonna spit fire with the video? If they walking down the street when cars is coming, walking on railroad tracks, walking in the field, if it's just them in the room and a microphone, if it's just them in the room and electricity, or it's just them in the room and the goddamn dark. That's it. I just added to the dark because normally he'd be outside. But now I'm adding it just to the dark because this shit is fire.
The gun without having my background scanned and approved. The only loophole I've seen on a gun is the one that you put a fucking lanyard through. It's not true that you can go to the store and just swipe your card and get a Glock and run. It's funny, the people that say that shit have literally never even shot one. Hey, Matthew McConaughey. Shut the fuck up. Just cause you murder people on screen doesn't mean you know shit about guns, you dumb fuck. What, you worried about us? What about all of those violent movies that you played? How about you go talk to Alec Baldwin before you start telling me what to do, okay?
But see, that's a fucking fact, bro. You can go back to the beginning of fucking movies, bro. Western movies and all this shit, man. It was lawless gangs out there, bro. They was just, you had a problem with somebody when they was drinking with you, what they do? Shoot your ass. They didn't care. They just shot you in the street. Didn't get arrested, nothing. They go about their business. That was what we seen on film. But bruh, I swear to God, they would tell you all day long that rap music, now don't get me wrong, rap music is bullshit. And it's a lot of violence and shit spread out in that, no cap. But bro, the movies that we watch where somebody could go in there, John Wick walked into a whole building full of motherfuckers and walked out. He was the only one alive. Now, I ain't gonna lie, some of that shit is real life because I did it twice. But what I'm saying is, you can watch that shit on TV. That shit come on TV One now. John Wick. TV One. Shooter. American Sniper. He killed 40 people. We labeled him a hero. Not saying he wasn't. What I'm saying is, that type of shit is portrayed on movies. That's what he's talking about. The actors, y'all acting. Y'all not really about this life. Y'all don't live this life. Man.
What, you worried about us? What about all of those violent movies that you played? How about you go talk to Alec Baldwin before you start telling me what to do, okay? Uvalde, I was horrified by it. That's your hometown, you were born right by it. It probably cuts deep and I hope that it does, cause you work in an industry that glorifies violence. It's more your fault than it will ever be mine. Lord only knows how many crimes that you've influenced throughout your whole career, cause I've seen you kill people plenty of times.
What the fuck did I just say? That's why, see? Goddamn psychic truth. I just said this.
Influence throughout your whole career, cause I've seen you kill people plenty of times. What do you think is gonna cause a shooting? A YouTube video of a gun review? Or a Hollywood murder scene that seems so realistic it looks like it's from the news? So next time that you wanna point your finger with a stupid opinion and chime in with it, remember, it ain't me that they're trying to be like, dog. It's you that
they're trying to mimic.
I feel way more safe in a place where the people are legally armed. If something happens like a mass shooting, I have a way less chance of being lethally harmed. A criminal is gonna think twice if he knows everybody is a piece underneath their clothes. And Mayor Lightfoot will probably tell you different, but have you seen Chicago? And no, before you ask, I don't want to be like Canada either, and I don't want to be like Australia. I'm sick of everybody using them as the humanity meter. There's a reason that they can do whatever they want to their citizens, like fucking throw them in camps. And there's a reason that our government doesn't even try that shit, cause they know that they can't. If you don't think for one split second that if we didn't have our Second Amendment, the government wouldn't overstep its boundaries and make us do shit even when we're against it.
That's a oh my, this is factual bars. Real life shit is something you gotta deal with. Man, this is crazy. This might be my favorite song from him. Damn, we look just alike on that picture. When I go like this and he do like that, damn, we look just alike.
Think for one split second that if we didn't have our Second Amendment, the government wouldn't overstep its boundaries and make us do shit even when we're against it. You're out of your mind. I don't give a damn where you stand or how or what you vote. That's dandy and fine if you trust Uncle Sam, but I, for one,
fucking don't.
And why would I? What have they done? Give me a reason for me to believe them. They want to trade me a little security in exchange for a big ass piece of my freedom. They don't want to take away guns because they care about you and they want to keep you safe at night. They want to take away guns because it's easy to control people if they don't have any way to
fight. Yeah.
What's your little AR-15 gonna do if the government comes to take it? Well, Ukraine started handing out rifles to all of the citizens when the Russians invaded, so what about that? I thought it wouldn't help. I guarantee that it'd be better than nothing. I hope it never does, but if the day comes, I bet that you're gonna wish that you had something.
But this is the hardest shit ever.
About that, I thought it wouldn't help. I guarantee that it'd be better than nothing. I hope it never does, but if the day comes, I bet that you're gonna wish that you had something. This is the only country on earth where the people have real strength. And nowadays, with all the shit going on, that's the only thing that makes me feel safe. If there's anything that I've learned in the past couple years looking back at the pandemic, all of the shit that we have is fragile, and it could snap at any second.
Facts.
Fuck all of the politicians. I don't trust anything they say.
Fuck 'em.
Take the word gun out of gun control, and that's all that it is at the end of the day.
Facts.
I don't give a fuck how crazy you think that I look or I sound when I say this shit, but our Second Amendment's the only thing that stands between us and a dictatorship.
Ooh.
And as for the kids, I'm not a security expert, so I won't act like one. But I think that if we can send over $50 billion to Ukraine,
we can get people, we can get guards.
we could surely spend that much, or more, or less, here in our own country to fortify our schools and make them more secure so that every kid can get an education safe and sound.
Fact.
Place
Ooh.
several trained armed guards in every school across America.
Come on.
You know, real men who won't stand by for 45 minutes in the hallway while a shooting unfolds in front of their own eyes. And pay them well, too. There's veterans that need the work.
Facts. Come on.
Why not protect...
Look, bro, he giving you the facts. Bro, it's so many veterans that can do this, like, to be a guard, an armed guard. Point and shoot at a motherfucker when your life is threatened or the kid's life is in jeopardy. That's it. All these war vets, military vets, and all that shit. But yet, we got all these homeless vets. How the fuck does that make sense? How does that even add up? Where we can't hire a vet to protect and serve, which what they gave 10 years or more for. That's what they did. And we can't employ them. They homeless and shit. Get the fuck out of here, bruh.
Protect our kids the same way that we protect you. Politicians are protected by guns. Celebrities are protected by guns. Every important person that walks this earth is protected by a gun. But our kids?
Targets.
They're important. Just not as much as you.
Bruh, this the hardest shit that he dropped. I might fuck around and drop this reaction tonight. Cause this is crazy. This is crazy. Man, I ain't got shit else to say. I ain't got nothing else to say. Damn, we look alike though, don't we?